So, it's been about a month since the My Little Pony: A New Generation movies have been out, and I gotta say, I still love My Little Pony, and I'm obsessed with it, and it makes me want to draw my Pony Sona again, but the movie's not without its flaws, so spoilers ahead if you haven't seen the ending, and let's talk about that. For the start of the movie, I was drawn in. I enjoyed the premise that they set, showing Sunny and Argyle being the last ones who believed that other pony kind could still be their friends, and that it wasn't all just this fear-mongering that their leaders, or in this case just Phyllis and Sprout and Hitch, were all kind of like tag-teaming together of making sure that the citizens were under that mindset of they're our enemy, we must fear them, and we need to protect ourselves. And I think that throughout this movie, each of the ponies definitely had their rightful reasons for it, but at the same time, each generation, such as Pip and Zip with Queen Haven, I liked Zip the most. Out of all of the ponies, I'd say she's my favorite because of her reaction to her own mother saying, like, why on earth are we just lying to our subjects and citizens? It kind of mirrors the real world in some aspects there, and even with Izzy, she's so happy and bubbly and optimistic while the rest of her towns are depressed. And Sunny, she's just wanting to be friends with as many ponies as she can to start a small friendship circle that could expand, and Hitch stating, like, you can't just tell every pony that it's all sunshine and rainbows and go marching over to the other ponies' territories and say, we're here and we offer you friendship and peace, because you never know what they'll say, you never know how they'll react, and this definitely mirrors that of the real world, I think. The fact that younger generations and a lot of this optimism is almost like taught out of us. It's like in school, we're taught about a lot of things, to be careful of our own neighbors because we don't know, because it's been shown through interactions that you never know what can happen. Your neighbor could be really bad and they could be murderer or other really horrible things, and it's like, how can we trust our own neighbors, like how can we trust others around in other countries or anything? And I think that premise is definitely shown here in this movie, and I think that's the antagonist, not Sprout. I really don't think Sprout needed to be in this movie the way that he was. I think actually what would have been an interesting kind of pitch for this is just having Phyllis, Queen Haven, and Alpha Biddle, odd name, but anyways, all three of them working together being the antagonists of the fact that they're leaders and they're the ones who are fear-mongering it into their own citizens and stating that we can't trust them, they're evil. And at the end, I think instead of having Sprout do his weird machine and like targeting the others and just causing destruction, I think it could have been Phyllis and Queen Haven and Arbital all bringing each other together and forcing the ponies of their own kind to fight, and like having Sunny show them the gems and say, look, we can fix it with these. And just like how in the previous generation with the Griffins, it's not as easy as having an idol, a physical object to remind you of it. It's like real world with weapons of like, we're reminding you that we're dangerous. It just doesn't really work like that sometimes. And Sunny, along with Izzy, Zip, even Pip, and Hitch all coming together, and then the Alicorn friendship thing happening. And with that, it can show that the next generations can mend the past piece by piece. And of course, there will still be bad in the world, but it doesn't all have to be fear-mongering, and it can work slowly throughout time. So I'm excited to see what they do for the Netflix show and how they expand upon this, because I'm sure not every pony is going to agree suddenly that everything is all fine and dandy. If you guys enjoyed this type of video, please let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new, and stay possum, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!